video that I posted, as you can see it on the screen, about the PD raid and the admin review. So I have updated the video title to say now resolved. Appears there was an issue. I was mildly annoyed as well yesterday. So, and I had a migraine as well, so that didn't help my temperament. I'm on holiday as well, so I was sort of recovering from the migraine. Anyway, so the community manager has stepped in on the forum post anyway that myself and someone else made. Someone else made the post. I had added to it as well, gave my evidence. So we've done that, and it does appear that the issue has been resolved. So I don't want anyone thinking that it's an ongoing problem or anything like that. It is fine now. People have gotten in trouble, and I think other people have had words of advice. What I will do is I'll just let the video play quick, and I'm not going to let the whole thing play because it's 7 minutes, but just up until where I die. So just. Okay, Flofficer, down on the ground. Down on the ground, to be honest. Come on, don't mess around.
Guys, come on.
No!
Come on, guys. Take it easy, guys.
Come on, jump.
Take it easy.
Come on, jump.
Calm down.
Stop stalling,
The
dude.
chief's coming out right now.
Alright!
Hey, I'm being mugged at the PD. Two men.
Yeah, so, as you can see from there, stalling, this, that and the other, but anyway, all of that's been sorted out. One thing I wanted to point out to everybody, or anyone who watches from the server, is if you've seen me around and you've VDM'd me or you've RDM'd me, you'll know that I'm not just going to fire off a ticket straight away. Generally I don't. I just can't be bothered. I'm a pretty chilled out guy. No, I'm not going to do that. I mean, I'm pretty sure in some of my other videos, my earlier videos, you can see me getting RDM'd, VDM'd, whatever. And I don't send off any tickets, I just sort of laugh and brush it off. I'm not bothered. Even in RP situations, I mean, when I was trying to assassinate the chief, there were instances where, like in the bank, where I had the chief cornered and at gunpoint people were fart-arsing around with furniture and throwing the furniture. It got in the way, which then made it difficult to shoot the chief, and they weren't RPing properly. So, but I didn't report that, because why? I'm not the sort of person that will just fire off a report at every little thing. Just something I want to get to as well. I'm a pretty level guy, I'm not going to... But from what I had, I mean, you can watch the full video, I've left it on the channel. I'm not going to play it here again. But it was the way I was treated afterwards, which then, and the person I was with, Keith, as you can see on the screen. It was the way we were treated afterwards that pissed us off and spurred us on to then make a report, which was then subsequently ignored, so then we had to take it to the forums. I mean, even in the video you can hear someone gloating that we've just reported an admin and therefore nothing's going to happen, so, that was, clear abuse of a position. So, like I say, normally I wouldn't give a shit. Normally I couldn't care less, but that, pissed me off. Now, in particularly one of them, I'm not going to go into what they do professionally, but given what they do professionally, they should know better, especially as they're advertising it for the whole world to see, So, yeah, you know who you are, if you even bother watching this, but you know full well who you are, and if you don't want to be representative of the organisation that you work for, I highly suggest you change your picture. Well, not so much your picture, just who you work for, your job title. You know what I'm saying? So, because I've worked around those people before, and there was a lot more professionalism than that. Yeah, I get it, it's a game, okay? It's not real life. But again, when you're pissing people off online, and you've got your job title on display along with where you work, it's quite lucky that I'm not the sort of person that would then go and contact certain people there, higher ups and stuff. because I know how rank structures work. So, you know, I'm not that sort of person. I don't see that. That's how I worked around that environment for a year, and I very much enjoyed the people I worked around. So, you know, going on a bit of a tangent there, but there were other people who were involved that were also rude. I'm pretty sure there were at least 2 admins there at the time, because how could one of them have known that the other one had been reported? Do you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, so what was I going to come to? Oh, yeah, people just making off reports constantly, and other people threatening admin usage just all the damn time. You know, I've come across people on the server who will say, "Put your hands up," and then immediately follow that within seconds. They will follow that with, "I'm calling an admin." You know, it's ridiculous. There's no need for it. You know. Or if something doesn't go their way, or straight away they call an admin, or they get run over by accident. You know, straight away they call an admin. It's pointless. Why? You know, I don't get it. I mean, you can see in my videos that I've been run over, I've been messed around, I've done this, I've had an unfair situation. I don't just call people and go, "Oh, I'm really annoyed about this," and cause a massive problem. What's the point? It's a game. Get over it. You know, the issue I had in this instance, before anyone says, "Well, why don't you get over it," was, again, how impolite people were, how badly it was handled at the time, and the fact that, you know, despite having 2 tickets thrown their way, yet they were ignored, which then led me to have to send my character into an area he shouldn't have been in the game. You know what I mean? So it's a bit shit. It was a bit of a clusterfuck of a situation, but we were quite within our right. So I mean, I'll just read a bit of what the community manager said. They replied to this quote. Quote begins, "Secondly, you can't take people hostage when you're near a government building or near an NPC." Well, community manager says, "This is completely false, full stop." They then reply to another quote. Quote starts, "I have also spoke to a higher up, and they have said you cannot raid PD." End quote. Community manager replies with, "This is completely false. It appears so-and-so," again not going to say the name, "really needs to revise our rule set, because enforcing false rules is the sole reason players get banned a lot of the time. This situation was handled very poorly from the staff members' perspective, and making an assumption that they valued their lives are completely wrong, as there's no proof of this. The man in the police cruiser completely did not value his life, and stalled the situation for over 60 seconds. Which he should have been punished for in the first place. You also handled the report very poorly, not stating a valid reason for it to be closed. You then banned him in the end of the video without a warning nor explanation for his wrongdoings, which is completely unacceptable as a member of staff." And then he does go on to say, on the flip side, "Of the players reporting so-and-so, you guys definitely broke rules when you started to minge around in the PD by, yes, breaking New Life Rule, NLR. However, this isn't really valid, as the whole situation was a clusterfuck in the first place, and shouldn't have occurred. Also, metagaming via Steam is not permitted, so please be aware of this. Due to this, we've taken action against so-and-so. Thanks for the report." So, okay, as far as I'm concerned, that's been sorted out by the community manager, which is great. And yeah, you know, we were me in particular, I was messing around in the PD because I had had a report closed that I had specifically put up to question what had just happened. It was then ignored, and I was being actively ignored by an administrator, so I went in to go and ask why what was happening. And I am glad that I recorded the whole thing. So yeah, again, it's been resolved, don't worry about it. One thing I do want to say though, before I close off this video, is because of this, I will likely now, whenever I'm up to shenanigans or anything else in the game, I'm quite likely now to be recording it from start to end, or from before it starts to the end. So just be aware of that if you do come across me. I do record footage. I stream it straight to YouTube. I don't pre-record then edit. So everything that is on YouTube is raw. Everything you see on YouTube is raw. It's not edited in any way. It's not, there's nothing like that at all. It just gets put straight up, which I'm hoping you can see by the description boxes. So, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, again, I especially now, I will probably be recording all instances. And like I say, if you VDM me, or if you RDM me, or if you do something that's a bit shit, I'm not likely to, report it if it's. But then if you act like a dick after the fact, then yeah, I'm gonna report that. If you act like a dickhead, then yeah, you're gonna get reported. Simple as that. So yeah. Anyway, cheers for watching. Cheers for listening. It's been a pleasure, and I'm hoping to get back into making some more quality shit. Because let's face it, my videos aren't exactly brilliant. I'm not pro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not exactly a pro. So anyway, cheers again. Ciao.